Okay, recording number 6 is going to be on probabilities here. Now, Drew, you brought up a really good point here. You basically said that, how do I get that degrees of freedom of 8? And the idea is you have 5 in one group and 5 in the other.
We're going to D, right?
We will, in a minute, yep. But you'll just do this as it comes in the acoustic lecture. So if you have 5 in one group and 5 in the other, you have 4 degrees of freedom in each one. So you add those up, 4 and 4, to get 8. But what I want to do here is, for this next little segment, I want to talk about how you report things in APA style. So we're going to talk about reporting things in APA style. And we're going to actually start with this result. Notice what the significance said in this situation. Emily, when you look at the significance for this independent sample t-test, what did it say for significance here? On the bottom chart there, what did it say for significance?
1.
Not quite.
I mean 0.
It said the probability of getting, so if you want to write this down, or at least think about it, the probability of getting a t-score of 11, according to the computer, was 0. What I can tell you is that that is really not correct. There's always a probability of getting a result. The computer just can't go that far. It's probably something like 0.000000001. And so this is kind of a rounding error. And so the way you would report something, if you ever get a p or a significance of 0, the way you would report this in an APA style, and I'll just say it out to you, you can maybe write it down, Emily. Nope, you can just listen, is you could say t, and then in parentheses, Drew, how many degrees of freedom?
8.
8, so t of 8 equals 11. And then if it says 0, 0, 0, the way you write that out in APA style is p less than 0.001. You write p less than 001. P less than 0.001. So if it ever says 0, 0, 0, you never write that out. You always write p less than 001. Because there's always a chance. It could be 1 in a trillion. The computer is just making a rounding error. It doesn't go 20 digits and put a 1 there. Drew, does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you ever get the 0, you write it out that way. If you go back to D in the outline, Roman numeral 2D at the start of the page, if you get anything above 0, 0, 0 to 0.05, you actually write out in APA the exact number. You write out the exact number. So if you go back to that example with the 0.013 on the first page, that's where you write out p equals 0.013. So if anything is significant, now in APA style, we don't just write p less than 0.05. We write p equals anywhere from 0.001 to 0.05. You write out the exact probability. The next case, look at the parentheses there. Let's see, I think we're on, it's the confidence interval sheet, Miss Emily. Yes, we're on this one, 0.051 to 0.099. Emily, do you remember what the term is used to describe when you get a probability 0.051 to 0.099?
Yes.
It's called?
It's marginal significance.
It's called marginal significance. And what we saw in the last case is if you get something that's marginally significant, you write out exactly the probability. That was the 0.074. If something is marginally significant, you say this is marginally significant, and you write out the exact probability. And then finally, if you get a significance where it's greater than 0.1, then you just write p greater than 0.05. You say it's non-significant. Is that okay then? So that's the idea of writing out probabilities in APA format. It used to be very easy, less than 0.05, greater than 0.05, but now we get the printout and it says it to us. So if you get a p where it says significance 0, what do you write out?
It's less than 0.001.
Exactly. And if it's greater than 000 and less than 0.05, you write out the exact probability. And if it's between 0.05 and 0.099, you write it out, and if it's greater than 0.099, you say non-significant, p greater than 0.05. That's the APA way to do it now. Okay?